what happens without people really being aware that they are recreating the same loops over and over is that majority of people use their imagination to look back on the past. And when you understand the brain and everything and how life works, you know that the only moment is right now. So when you're using your imagination to visualize and go back to past experiences, you're bringing that energy into this now moment, which means you keep recreating the same trauma that you went through. Even if you went through it 20, 30, 40 years ago, the time is irrelevant because to you, to your body and your imagination, is happening right now because you keep using your imagination to fixate on a past when there is no past, there's only the present moment, but you're doing what you did in the past right now, which is live in fear. And so you keep creating trauma because you're living in a state of fear. And so when you understand that your body, your imagination doesn't know the difference between what has happened and what you are imagining because you get whatever's going on within you, then you can now use that to your advantage to consciously create, because we are all creators. That's why you have your own imagination. That's why you're in a human vessel. Consciousness is projected into this time-space reality to have this experience to create. So what would you like to create? You know, the power is in your hands. What a lot of people do is they victimize themselves and they victimize their experience by always thinking in the past. And so creating trauma over and over and over. Blaming everyone for the pain they're feeling without putting the two and two together, that they are the ones that's creating the very pain that they're complaining about. And so you can use your imagination to embody the version of you that has the life you want to live, that is the person you want to be. And there's so many different ways you can do that. One way is via visualizing, right? Visualizing where you want to be, who you want to be, the experiences you want to have. Because what's going to happen is with that visualization, you are now going to have a feeling. And that feeling is what you are going to broadcast out into the universe like a signal. And then anything like that or similar or better is going to come and attract to it for you to experience your creation. And you created that consciously using your imagination via visualizing and that feeling. You're already doing that. It's just that most people are creating by default. Most people keep attracting things that make them afraid, make them fearful, make them anxious, not realizing that they keep thinking about things that make them fearful, make them anxious. And so they keep living it because they're creating it. So rather than being in that victim mentality, switch to creator mode. Because also what you do is you heal the inner child when you do that. You heal your pain body because you're no longer operating through your lens of pain, through that pain. You're operating through the lens of the heart because you realize you're the creator, you're not the victim. And so you have one shot at this life, make it count.